My topic is Article 102 of the Family Code of the Philippines. Article 102. Upon dissolution of the absolute community regime, the following procedure shall apply. Number 1. An inventory shall be prepared listing separately all the properties of the absolute community and the exclusive properties of each spouse. Number 2. The debts and obligation of the absolute community shall be paid out of its assets. In case of insufficiency of said assets, the spouses shall be solidarily liable for the unpaid balance with their separate properties in accordance with the provision of the second paragraph of Article 94. Number 3. Whatever remains of the exclusive properties of the spouses shall thereafter be delivered to each of them. Number 4. The net remainder of the properties of the absolute community shall constitute its net assets, which shall be divided equally between husband and wife, unless a different proportion or division was agreed upon in the marriage settlements, or unless there has been a voluntary waiver of such share as provided in this code. For purposes of computing the net profits subject to forfeiture in accordance with Article 43, number 2 and 63, number 2, the said profits shall be increased in value by Article 102, 485 between the market value of the community property at the time of the celebration of the marriage and the market value at the time of its dissolution. Number 5. The presumptive legitimes of the common children shall be delivered upon partition in accordance with Article 51. Number 6. Unless otherwise agreed upon by the parties in the partition of the properties, the conjugal dwelling and the lot on which it is situated shall be adjudicated to the spouse with whom the majority of the common children choose to remain. Children below the age of 7 years are deemed to have chosen the mother, unless the court has decided otherwise. In case there's no such majority, the court shall decide, taking into consideration the best interest of the children. In liquidation procedure, dissolution of the absolute community property occurs upon the happening of the events enumerated in Article 99 of the Family Code. Article 102 states in detail the manner by which the affairs of the absolute community of property shall be settled upon dissolution or after it has been dissolved. In the case of Dilarama versus Dilarama, 7 Phil 754. However, in a voluntary judicial separation of property, the liquidation may be governed by the agreement of the parties, provided that the court approves the same. Article 102 provides for the step-by-step procedure in connection with the dissolution of the absolute community of property. Inventory. All properties or assets at the time of the dissolution, whether belonging to the absolute community of property or separate property of the spouses, must be inventoried. They must all be itemized and usually valued. it is an error to determine the amount to be divided by adding up the profits which had been made on each year of the community's continuance, and saying that the result thereof is that amount. In the appraisal of the properties, it is not the purchase but the market, or in default thereof, the assessed value at the time of the liquidation that must be taken into account. However, the process of liquidation may take some time. If the if the proceedings take a long time and the values have suffered some alteration, there is nothing to prevent a new valuation when the last stage is reached. That is, the actual division or partition comes, so long as all the properties are newly appraised in reference to the same period of time. There is no law or doctrine that a prior appraisal is conclusive upon the parties and the courts. Payment Payment of debts. After the inventory, all the debts of which the absolute community property is liable must be paid. This will include all obligations enumerated in Article 94 of the Civil Code. However, under Article 94, Paragraph 9, payments made by the absolute community of property due to the insufficiency of the separate property of the debtor's spouse for antenuptial debts, which did not redound to the benefit of the family, the support of the illegitimate children of the debtor's spouse, and the liabilities incurred by such debtor's spouse by reason of a crime or a quasi-delict are considered as advances to be deducted rather, from the share of the debtor's spouse upon liquidation of the community property. Moreover, in case of insufficiency of the absolute community property, the spouses shall be solidarily liable for the unpaid balance within the separate properties. Delivery of exclusive properties. After payment of the advance made by the absolute community property and or and or the obligation of the same for which the separate properties were made solidarily liable. The next step is to deliver whatever remains of the exclusive properties of the spouses to each of them. These properties refer to the stipulated in the marriage settlement as exclusive properties or even during the marriage, and to the three exclusion referred to in Article 92. Partition of net assets. The next step is to equally divide the net asset, which is the net remainder of the community property after undertaking the first three steps provided for in Article 102, to the spouses. The interest of the parties is limited to these net assets or net remainder as clearly seen until a liquidation has been made. It is impossible to say whether or not there will be a net remainder to be divided between the parties. Equal sharing will not apply if there is a different proportion or division agreed upon in the marriage settlement, or unless there has been a voluntary waiver of such share as provided for in the family code. Delivery of the presumptive legitim. The presumptive legitim is delivered only after the finality of a judicial decree of annulment on grounds provided in Article 45, or of nullity of subsequent void marriage under Article 40 in relation to Articles 52 and 53. The law clearly provides that such delivery should only be in accordance with Article 51, which only refers to the termination of marriage either by an annulment or a nullity judgment in the proper cases. Thank you.